30,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Here we go. First down.
To throw, Huntley. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Huntley. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Hands it off out of the gun. And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. The 30. 10. 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the left.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now as they line up and kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Huntley to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pick up there. Throwing on first down. Huntley. Again, it's OBJ. Back-to-back catches. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley. Throw right side, going to be caught by Warner. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Robinson's got it. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A.J. Dillon, 14 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Will. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And it's intercepted. And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming back. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Ready, ready. Tap the 50, tap the 50. Go.
This is Dillon on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30.
I think there was a little too much heat on that one. He's trying to hit his running back out of the backfield. Normally you want to get the ball to them in stride. But here, this one's coming in hot. And it tips off his hands and into the arms of the defender.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Now Ward on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
In motion right comes Matthews. They're going to try and throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Looking to throw. Ward bears this out for Matthews. And this is caught. Touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Raiders.
On the ready.
Operating from the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Huntley's throw complete here to Waller. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge is successful with creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Huntley finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's...
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway...
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw. Moore. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun. Ward. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
In motion right comes Matthews. Ward now to throw on second down. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
A final shot before break. Huntley. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hands it off out of the gun. And a loose football. And the Raiders have recovered. So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from 48. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over in the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Huntley. Over the middle, it's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Almost to the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Here's second and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 8. Operating from the gun. Moore. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, first and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second in a couple. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. On first down, Huntley. And he's got his man on the out route. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The Lions will use the first of their time. To throw on second down. Huntley. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Hands it off out of the gun. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And Ingram holds it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground to about the 48-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. We know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Detroit, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
Boys make major moves. They're the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment. Told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up. I cannot quit it. I need it. I ain't where I wanna be. I can admit it. Never submitting. I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time. Run it up. Run it up. overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah, I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to boss, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, doubt me it's quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears, but I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing could stop me.